Hello and welcome to today's analysis. We're going to look at Nvidia. Somebody asked me to do that, and we're going to use the 12 criteria to analyze stocks, and we're going to look at Nvidia. And if you go through the 12 criteria, you'll be able to answer the question of whether you should be buying or investing in Nvidia now or not. So without further ado, let's go through them one by one. Now, first question is the stock in an uptrend? Because you want to know this because stocks that are in an uptrend tend to go higher. Now, if you look at the stock of Nvidia, the chart is indeed in an uptrend from lower left to upper right, so no doubt about it. So when the stock is in an uptrend, you either make money by buying the continuation pattern or buying the dips, right? So there are opportunities to make money by buying the stock when it's an uptrend. Okay. Now, second question is the stock in the long-term uptrend? Stocks in a long-term uptrend are investment quality. To be able to answer that, you have to look at this weekly chart, and you can see that the stock has been moving from lower left to upper right. This is the weekly chart, and it gives you clear indication that it's in a long-term uptrend. We have breakouts here, we have continuation patterns like kind of bullish weekly flag here, triangle here. So definitely when the stock is in a weekly uptrend, in a long-term uptrend, right, they are of investment quality. So you can see that the stock has moved from 30 to 130 something in just span of less than 2 years, and it's amazing how this stock developed. You know, when a stock is in an uptrend, definitely it's going to move higher. All right. The third question is the stock above the rising daily 200 MA? So stocks above the rising 200 MA have long-term bullish potential. So let's go back to the daily chart. You can see this is the 200 MA, rising 200 MA. You can see here the stock was right. The 200 MA was rising, Nvidia was doing really well, and then it curved down. Things weren't really good for Nvidia, and then it flattened out, and ever since then it has been rising. You see this is 200 MA, and the stock has been going up from 18, 19, 20, 20, 30, 40s, and all the way the 200 MA has been rising and rising, and the stock has been rising. Now, when a stock is in a 200 above a rising 200 MA, it has long-term bullish potentials. You just need to know when to buy it, dips or continuation pattern. Now, the fourth question you need to ask is the stock above the rising 20 MA, 50 MA, and 200 MA? This is what I call power uptrend. When the stock is in this environment, it is going to go up very smooth and usually very, very beautiful. So you can see that, for example, here, right, the red line is the 20 MA, the blue line is the 50 MA, this is the 200 MA. When the stock is above all three moving average, it just goes up nicely, right? When the stock is below the 20 MA, well, we kind of have some hiccups. And you can see here, the stock is above the 20 MA, 50 MA, 200 MA. It rose nicely until now it goes below the 20 MA and 50 MA. So this is an environment that tells us that it's not in a power uptrend right now. It may be consolidating, it may be correcting, because the stock is below the 50 MA and 20 MA. The best times to buy the stock is when it's above the 20, 50, and 200, like here. When you buy this kind of like, how would I say, a cup with handle pattern, right? Then it breaks out of it, and boom, all the way it goes up, and it just happened that it's above the 20 MA, 50 MA, and rising 200 MA. All of them are rising. Of course, it doesn't go up forever. There's correction here and there, and right now we are not in the beautiful environment. The stock is below the 50 MA, 20 MA, so it's not like this environment. So you have to be careful if you're thinking of buying for a bullish momentum trade. So the fifth question is, are there any resistance overhead? Because resistance might keep your stock from rising. It helps you to be realistic, to set a realistic target. At this moment, well, this is trading sideways. This whole thing here is a sideways consolidation. Let me just draw it so that you can see. This is a sideways consolidation. If the stock was here at the time, this was a resistance. That is why when it went up to here, it got slammed down. So at this moment, I would say that the upper range here is the resistance. So there is a possibility that it might just, even if it goes up, it might find resistance over here, up and down, until we have another breakout higher. So at this moment, if you are a short-term trader, you see a reversal here, you buy, you might want to sell it around here. Okay, investors and traders, they enter a different way. Investors, you need to look at the long term. Traders, you need to look at short term and the technicals. Now, are there important support areas below? Support areas can be used to enter stocks at a better price. So do we have any support area? This previous low here, like I say, it is trading sideways. We might see it have a spot around here, and you might also have a spot at okay, this is a triangle, right? And the apex of the triangle is around here. Okay, so we might have the support around here at the apex of a triangle. Now, if you learn a bit about technical analysis, this is a triangle breakout, and usually we have support at the apex of the triangle, which is also where the 200 MA is. Stocks tend to have support when it meets the 200-day moving averages. So if it drops to around this area, we might see a significant support area here. Now, you want to look at long-term support, you will have to look at long-term charts, right? Usually the top of a previous move, which is around this area, support is an area, right? So this whole area here, right, is a support area along with this apex here. So there might be the stock may be able to find support here and hopefully move back up and break out of this consolidation. The next area of support is around here. But if it drops below this apex and drops below here, then we might be seeing it in the daily downtrend. Alright. Now, number 7, are there any bullish continuation pattern? Bullish continuation patterns are like triangle, ascending triangle, tight consolidation, bullish flag, or pennant. If you look at the daily chart, right, well, we currently don't see any bullish continuation pattern, right? This triangle here is a bullish continuation pattern. If you look at the weekly chart, we have this nice rise up and then like some kind of a flag, weekly flag pattern, and that's why it's continued to move up. But currently I don't see any bullish continuation pattern yet in the stock. So for those who are trading, you might want to be a bit patient to wait for a bullish continuation pattern breakout. So for example, this is a triangle. You might buy here and ride it higher. The height of the triangle might give you an area where you want to take profits, right? So if there's no bullish continuation pattern, the next thing you'd have to ask yourself is, number 8, are there any bullish reversal pattern like double bottom, triple bottom, reverse head and shoulders, etc.? So at this moment, I don't see any, right? So you might want to be patient and wait a bit, right? For example, here we have this correction here. Right, we have a double top and then correct, and then we have a like cup and handle pattern. The buy area is around here with a stop here. So when it broke out higher, this is your buy point, and the height of the pattern is target more than met the target. So at this moment we don't see any bullish reversal patterns, right? So you might want to be patient before you enter. Trading, investing is not always buying the stock every week. It could be, you wait for a pattern to form, and you might only get an entry point every 2 months or 3 months. Patient, winning trades, winning investment comes to people who are patient. And if you go through this list, you don't see any green light. There's no reason why you should be entering the stock. So number 10 is the stock overextended to the upside? Well, I wouldn't say it's overextended to the upside, because it's just here and trading sideways. But if you were to buy here and it had a parabolic rise, we could say that it's overextended to the upside, because it's kind of parabolic and very far away from the 200 MA, right? Is the stock consolidating? Well, definitely it's consolidating. Here is a trading range, right? And if the stock is able to trade within this range and break out of this rectangle here, we will have a solid breakout and continuation pattern. Right? Some traders, they might want to buy the breakout here and put a stop loss here, right? So finally, should you buy the stock or wait? Having gone through all of this, right, it will be very clear, even as a trader, you should be waiting for the stock to form better chart patterns. But if you're an investor, right, the 200 MA and the long-term weekly charts tell you that this is still a buyable stock, right? And it has not shown any weakness in the long term. So it depends on whether you are a long-term investor or short-term trader. Trader, not yet. You have to wait for the right moment. But as an investor, yes, there are green lights. You can still pick up the stock at a cheaper price, especially if it falls to the 200 MA. Right? I would be very careful as an investor if the stock drops below the 200 MA, which it has not done for a long time since here. The last time it dropped below the 200 MA was around here, and even that it was able to recover. But ever since I think January 23, it has not fallen below the 200 MA. So I hope that this analysis helps you. It's always good to have a list of criteria for you to look at, because sometimes you may follow our emotions. You can write your own criteria. I just listed 12 criteria here, and I'll paste it on the description so that you can go through it, right? And to have checklists and criteria will always help you. So if you find this analysis helpful, do give me a like, thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one.